If you're doing inline seating, you're probably familiar with something like this, which is the good old traditional Wilson inline seating die. You've got probably a micrometer in most cases, or just a standard stem that is on top of a die that you either buy from them or gets reamed out. And this has sort of been the standard for a long time. Now, there's been a couple different innovations just recently, one of which is the Widden. I've used one. I probably should have done a quick review. I'm not a big fan because I don't like how it works personally. I'm sure it works fine for other people, but I think it's a little tall and gangly for my liking, and there's no actual seating stem on it. I'll see if I can borrow it from a friend of mine that has one to kind of do a quick review. But another friend of mine brought me this to play with, which is the Micron Precision Die. And I've used Micron sizing dies before. And, you know, this one's not mine. I'm just borrowing it. But he thought I would enjoy playing with it, and indeed I did. And so I thought I would do a quick video on it. It comes from Bullet Central, and, you know, I'm a big fan of Bullet Central. I think they put out some really good products. They definitely tend to cater. It's definitely a niche site towards precision shooting, all the way down to .22 long rifle. But the guys there seem to really get it and know what shooters are looking for. And this is a really neat die. Now, it is expensive. I didn't pay for it. Like I said, my buddy paid $200-something for it. But considering that if I was going to make one of these on my own, I'd be, you know, over $100. I think what you are getting with the Micron is pretty darn good. Now, it is precision ground using JGS reamers, from what I understand, which means you're going to get a very, very good cut. But it's how it works that really, I think, is kind of neat. So you've got a seating stem, which this looks like a seating stem that would go inside of something like a Redding die. It's just super beefy and really heavy duty, and it just goes in the top. So that is your actual seating stem. There's nothing else attached to it. But the way it locks down, if you look, is it uses two rings. So you've got a lower ring and an upper cap kind of thing. And the upper cap is what locks it down. So when you tighten that down, that's it. Like, it doesn't move. And it's very easy to change if you need to. So I'm on 22 right now. Sorry, because it counts up. I'm on 22 right now. And if I needed to change it to 21, I would just loosen this upper cap here. I would change it to 17. I would hold it in place, and then I would just tighten this upper cap, and, you know, as they say, Bob's your uncle. It's all done. And that's literally it to changing it. I have done a fair amount of sizing or seating with it, just in practice with it to see how it worked, and I've actually been really happy with it. So I'm going to put it back on my setting, which was 22 here. And I think I just said 17. It should have been 23. And in my head, I'm always counting up instead of up that way. But anyway, same position. So I'm right here on what is 22. And it has really, really fine thread. So you can actually get in between these notches if you really wanted to. I did play with it, and you do see a little bit of a difference depending on what kind of, you know, calipers you're using or something like that. But anyway, so it just locks down. That's it. The only thing I will say is that I'm a big fan of hitting these with my own reamer. Obviously, this is my buddy, so I'm not going to do it. But if it was mine, I would just gently run my own chamber reamer in this just so that it matched my brass exactly. Now, that being said, it does a pretty darn good job and doesn't seem to stick in any way on my necks or on the body. But let me just show you real quick how it works. So it goes over just like a normal, you know, like the Wilson will. And then you can see that just the seating stem is up, and you just push down. It has a nice firm stop where that seating stem hits, and there you go. And it's, you know, like, I mean, look, Arbor Press, no matter how you use it, in my opinion, are always going to be the most consistent. Whether that consistency matters is obviously up for debate. But, you know, for what it's worth, here's 24500. Okay. .24500, and I could just keep going on it, but you get the idea. So, if you're in the market for something that is really a next step up, I really like this. Again, it's toolless, so if I take this to a match, not that it's mine, but I'm really considering getting one here. if I was taking this to a match, it's easy to adjust without having to have any kind of a wrench to tighten anything down. And I do believe that one of the things that they claim, because of the fact that this is what is tightening down and holding it in place, is you don't have any, perpendicular obstructions to the threads or the concentricity in any way. I didn't really test that out, but I get what they're coming from, and it probably makes sense. But very well done, very nicely finished, and I think my buddies, I've actually probably used it more than my buddy because he was so excited to get it, he brought it right over to me. But I think he's going to be really, really happy using this. So anyway, I just thought I would throw it out there. I'm sure some of you have looked at it on their website and wondered, well, is it worth the money? I think if you do a lot of precision shooting, for me, it is definitely worth the extra 100 something over a Wilson one. But again, the Wilson one for 99% of the job does a pretty darn good job too. So I just think this is a next level kind of die, and I really like what they've done with it. So anyway, there you go. Hope that helps in some way. As always, you guys take it easy. We'll talk later.